Welcome back to the program. You are watching Investment Beat on TAN Network. Following the news on the minimum wage hike from the government Ministry of Labor that will start on January 1st, there's a lot of agree and disagree from various sectors. Today we have Associate Professor Lae Dilokvidhtarat from the Faculty of Economics, Chulalongkorn University on the phone with us to discuss this matter. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
First of all, thank you very much to give us some time to talk about this issue in particular.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The rate will start on January 1st as announced by the Ministry of Labor. There's a lot of agreement and disagreement, especially FTI just come out and said that they believe the wage increase is too high, but it's actually also higher than the petition earlier. So what is your personal opinion about this? Is it too high or just about right?
Well, I think it depends very much on the criteria or benchmark you would like to take it. If you compare to the inflation rate, it might be a bit high because the increase on the average is about 5 point something.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take into consideration the growth of the economy, which might be 7, for example, the increase should be around 10%.
Mm-hmm.
And if you expect that this increase will help reduce the gap, the income gap in this society, it doesn't help because if you compensate the inflation with the rate and then try to bring up the standard of living of the workers to be the same level as the other people, as the GDP growth try to reflect, I think it is only half of what should be increased, seeing from the point of the worker and also the philosophy of the minimum wage, which has to be sufficient for the minimum expense for a human being with the people who can also maintain their dignity as a member of the society.
Right.
Not only for being able to live, but also being able to be a member of the society. So if your friend died, you need some money to contribute to the funeral ceremony, or your friend go to wedding party. I think you also expect to contribute some money to present yourself or to show your existence as a member of the society.
Professor, in your personal opinion, like Phuket right now is 204 baht a day. Do you think that's sufficient for the minimum wage to live day by day and maybe have something a little good for themselves besides just food?
Phuket is very, very exceptional. Let's say the cost of living there is exceptionally high.
Right.
Because you have a lot of tourists there, and then the price of everything is set according to the purchasing power of the foreigner. Mm-hmm. So the local people would be suffered by that high price. So I think it is quite justified to increase for the Phuket workers. I think the figure would be around 17 baht.
Yes, they're going up to 221 baht per day.
Yeah.
It's only 17 baht more.
It can cope with the rise of the cost of living there.
But even we think that the cost of living there is expensive, but FTI still say that it's too high. And a lot of business operators say that they don't agree with this because they think the business operator will shoulder so much cost. But actually some people said that the labor cost is only 10% of the overall cost of the production. What do you think about that?
I think that is a reasonable argument, because what is the meaning of the minimum wage? The meaning of the minimum wage is the wage that can be sufficient for, as I said, for being a member of the society
Right.
and it should be given to only people who first entrance to the first enter to the business and also unskilled. But the fact is not true because many people can earn minimum wage for already 8 or 10 years because without the minimum wage increase, the employers never increase their wage. They wait until they are forced by law to increase. So, for example, one of the union leaders, Kun Wilaiwan Satia, has been working for so many years, I think some 10 years, but her wage is just slightly above the minimum wage these days. So I think if we think about the minimum wage as the wage, we try to support people who, to be able to live, as I said. It has nothing to do with the cost of production.
Right.
Otherwise, you
or have very little to do with the cost of production.
They try to argue that they cannot pay this much. The point is that if you cannot pay to the minimum expense, so how can you perform that business? Your business can survive only on the very high level of exploitation.
Right.
Should it be allowed to perform? I think that's a question.
So let's say as the philosopher and academic, you agree with the government to increase the minimum wage because if we haven't done that,
this is too low. I even doubt it is too low.
Yes.
Because if you compare to our neighboring country like Malaysia, not Taiwan or South Korea, which start their industrialization process much later than Thailand, they all could pay a higher wage for their workers, and then that could help strengthen the purchasing power of the internal market.
Right.
So you don't have to depend too much on the external market. See?
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Kun Lae Dilokvidhtarat from the Chulalongkorn University. That's all the time we have for this section. Actually, we could just discuss about this a little more, but that's all the time we have. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดี